My name is Brendan Rooney, and I will guide you through creating a basic HTML web page with a basic CSS style sheet attached to it, all through the use of Microsoft's WebMatrix program. To start, I'll show you how to download it really quick. It's pretty simple. You're just going to type in on Google Microsoft WebMatrix, and it is simply the first result you want to go to. Go here, click free download. It will start downloading. Since I already have it, I will kind of guide you through how to get things started. So here's what you see when you open the program up. You have new, open, obviously if you already have documents, and my sites contains all your published sites. So let's go to new. You can start with an empty site, which obviously is bare bones, nothing to it, not even any files in it. But they also give you some options to help you out when you're first starting a web page. Template gallery, I think it gives you a couple of frameworks you can choose, like basic templates from within. Yeah, so here, ASP.NET, you want to make a bakery, apparently that's a good route to go. A couple PHP options, some Node.js options, some very basic HTML, so just a couple things to help you out there. It looks like the app gallery also has a lot of options to help you out though. Like WordPress, add-ins, I'm not even sure what a lot of this stuff is, but could come in use if that is what you're looking for, to more customize your site according to someone else's design, I guess. Yeah, so that's that. We're going to ignore that for right now, and normally you probably just want to open up new empty site, kind of show you what it looks like. It's pretty bare bones, like I was saying. I'm going to show you the MedFleet Monitor website, which is what we worked on this quarter. So here we go. So WebMatrix offers a pretty cool little guide to help you here when you install it. It gives you the option just to browse straight from your root directory into the WebMatrix software. So you right click, click open as website with WebMatrix. And here you are. You can see kind of your navigation bar over here on the left with all the folders and files that are in your root directory. As you can see, this is everything in our website. Seems like a lot for just 2 pages, but I guess that's where kind of WebMatrix kind of helps you out. It helps organize and stuff. On the top toolbar, obviously it gives you the option to publish. If you click run, it is actually pops open a quick web server for you, so you can browse your website over the local host. So let's try that. So it opened up port 26022, and here's the website. Fully functional. Obviously not live, it's just fully functional over the local host. Go. It looks like I recently copied over a folder for the tutorial, so I didn't mess anything up. So this may not have loaded 100% correctly, so forgive me there. But you can get the picture of how that works. So back in here, you can also, if you feel more comfortable, offers a nice, easy way to switch over to Visual Studio with your project. Here you go. Here's the same navigation directory. You can see all the files here if you feel more comfortable coding in Visual Studio. So you have that option, so it's pretty nice that ties into that. So back to our website. One thing I should show you, how I showed you, you can run on your local host. You can also change the port that it's running on pretty simply, so you can switch over to 8080. I don't even think you have to save here, it just kind of goes. go back, see that, so now it's running on 8080. So the information, let's get this page up. Nope. Okay, now to the site. So I was rather new with kind of HTML markup languages in general. I really knew little to nothing about it, but from creating this website, I got a good feel for how websites work and how the language is written that kind of holds them together. So obviously, this is split up into sections. All of the HTML creates one section, and that is going to be the main portion of your document, which you can see doc type HTML. Then from here, you're split up into the heading. You have your body, which spans all the way down here. Within the body, you have these different div tags, which can be split up according to their ID. As you can see, the page header is one ID. Within the page header, there's also another div, the drone logo. So this first div starts here, and it goes all the way down to here. So everything within these two div tags, the opening, the closing of the div, is going to be in that page header. So we have the ID for the drone logo, the ID for the page menu, and we have these list items which contain a link to home.html, which you'll find here, and that is going to be the home button on the web page. And we have web server index.html, which is the tab says detailed information, and that is that second page with the more, it's supposed to be a more in-depth map. You can't really tell from this demo. So going off that, kind of pop that up really quick, I can show you. So here's the two LIs, home, detail information. Home just brings you back to this home page. Detail information points to that other file, which is not working in this new directory I created for the tutorial, but it still has the style set up, so you can kind of tell it's a different file. Here is the Medfleet logo, which we saw in there. And this is the header right here, this black part. So further examining the header, we can see the different IDs here. So if we go to our cascading style sheet, which is this .css file, Medfleet, we see in the body, that's whatever, here's the page header. You see the pound sign, and that recognizes that you are talking about that specific div ID. So page header, we want margin left, margin right, auto. How wide we want it, so we can change that to, say, 2000. Should be a lot wider. Background. Change this to red. Yeah, nice thing about WebMatrix, it kind of has like a sort of IntelliSense autofill for you. Position, fix, and top I actually had a lot of trouble with. I didn't know about them, and for some reason there was like a blank white space between the top of the page header and where the page actually loaded from, and it took me forever to figure that out. So there's that. Let's see how that affected everything. So now you can see we have a red page header, which is way too wide, and it looks like the page body is kind of floating over it now almost. We lost the tabs, colors, and everything, so very different looking web page right now just from that little change. So going further into the HTML, it is very similar, just we move down to the body, which is the blue portion of the website. We see the same div tags, div ID. Oh, sorry, the page header is in the body. This actual header is what tells you what style sheet to use, what type of text you're using. and basically all the components set it up. Title is what's going to be on your tab when you open it up, and these are just what kind of characters you're using. So yeah, below the page header where it ends right here, we have the page body. That's the second portion of the web page. We have the map full screen that points to the map file. So we put that map, have it embedded into the page body. We have the info frames for each drone. And then here is the actual call to embed the map. So this first one, map full screen, is actually creating the button. So you see the action form at template.html. That's just taking you to straight up HTML copy of the Google Maps that I created. So bare bone, just Google Maps API, nothing surrounding it. That's where that takes you. And then the embedded version down here, you create an object, the data in it, you can switch the height and width around. Again, I'm gonna mess with it. Here's the source. So let's see. I think I need to change it in both places. Try to make it bigger. And then at the bottom of the page, also we'll check this out too really quick, is where people usually put their little trademarks. We just have Medfleet at the bottom. Yeah, doesn't seem to work. Sometimes, this must be noted, you want to refresh your browser, because otherwise a lot of the stuff stays the same. So let's refresh that and see what it looks like now. So there we go. See, now the map's way bigger, and it's actually covering up the trademark, which I wanted to show you guys. That's okay, you kind of get the picture. Just remember to refresh your browser or you'll be very frustrated with this. Or you can even open in incognito mode and that will do the trick for you too. But yeah, that's about it. I learned a lot. These are very basic stuff. As you can see, just going into the basics took 12 minutes. I don't want to waste too much more of your time, but if you just need a quick, easy way to get your website up and running, just take a little notes. I recommend WebMatrix, easy to use. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot myself or the Medfleet team anything you would like to know. Thank you guys.